we start? What time is right now?
Early.
Why is
They
early?
started already. Good morning, viewers. Telangana Athletics Association under the Auspices of Athletics Federation of India is very happy in welcoming you all for the 60th National Open Athletic Championship 2021 at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Hanamkonda, Warangal. And this is A.L. Muthu signing in for commentary. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as far as the third day's program is concerned, the 35-kilometer race walk final for men and women as well are happening outside the stadium. And as far as this place is concerned, it happens to be discus throw qualifying round, Group A for men competitors. And by 8 a.m., that is a discus throw which is happening now. At 8:30, it will be 100-meter hurdles heptathelin for women competitors. At 9 o'clock, it will be discus throw qualifying round Group B for men. At 9:15, the last event for the morning session will be high jump for heptathelin athletes. And our today's afternoon session begins right at 3 p.m. with 800 meters round 1 for men. At 3:15, shot put for heptathlon athletes. At 3:20, 800 meters round 1 for women. At 3:30 p.m., high jump final for men. At 4 p.m., 110-meter hurdles final for men. At 4:10 p.m., it will be shot put final for men. At 4:15 p.m., the 100 meters final for women. 100-meter hurdles final for women. At 4:20 p.m., it will be long jump final for women. At 4:40 p.m., it will be 200 meters for heptathlon athletes. At 5 p.m., it will be steeplechase for women, which will be final. At 5:20, it will be 3,000 meter steeplechase final for men. And the last event for today will be by 5:40 p.m., which will be 4 times 400 meters mixed relay. Well, taking you over to the discus throw arena. And that happens to be 340 Kirpal Singh of ONGC Sports Board. Kirpal Singh happens to be the gold medal winner in the last edition of this Open Nationals with a performance of 58.61 meters, in the last interstate with 58.90 meters, and in the last Federation Cup with 59.04 meters. By Kirpal Singh. And next it will be 238 Nirbhai Singh of Haryana to take his trial. The first trial is in progress for the discus throwers from Group A. Scoreboard. Scoreboard. 51.90 happens to be the performance by Nirbhai Singh of Haryana. And the next competitor was Rashpal Singh, and now it is going to be Abhinav with bib number 215 representing Haryana. Abhinav happens to be the bronze medal winner in the last Federation Cup with a performance of 55.79 meters. And we are about to take up the second round of trials. Banveer Singh of Uttar Pradesh. He had made a mark of 50.65 meters in his first trial, and now he's about to take up his second, Banveer Singh of Uttar Pradesh. And as far as the discus throw is concerned, the national record stands in the name of Vikas Gowda with 66.28 meters, created in 2012, while the meet record stands in the name of Anil Kumar with 60.07 meters, created in 2003. And next it is Harpreet Singh of All India Police.
Good morning. Good morning to all. Good morning. Jai Telangana. I'll be
80. Well, that is going to be bib number 432 to take his second trial. 432 Arjun of Railways.
किसके पास है?
52.47. 52.47 being scored by Arjun in his second trial. And next it is 495 Vikas Poni of Rajasthan. And that happens to be Nirbhay Singh of Haryana, who made a mark of 51.90 meters in his first trial. And that is Abhinav of Haryana going for the second trial. Whenever they display score, you bring that, huh? Yeah, that is over. Now they have gone to next. No, there was one score. And now it is going to be Banveer Singh of Uttar Pradesh who will be taking his third trial. And that also happens to be a foul one, the third. And there is 140 Harpreet Singh of All India Police. Harpreet Singh of All India Police taking his third trial. And that is Harpreet Singh of All India Police. That happens to be a foul. And it will be the turn of Arjun of Railways with bib number 432. In his second trial, he made a mark of 52.47 meters. .58 being scored in the third trial by Arjun of Railways. And it will be bib number 495, Vikas Punia of Rajasthan to take his trial. And that happens to be a foul for Vikas Punia. Well, as far as the discus throw is concerned, Kirpal Singh of ONGC, who hails from Punjab, happens to be the gold medal winner in all the last three nationals, that is National Open Athletic Championship, Interstate and Federation Cup. And there is Nirbhay Singh of Haryana, who made a mark of 51.90 meters in his first trial. And that is Nirbhai Singh of Haryana to take his third trial. That happens to be a foul for Nirbhai Singh in his third trial. The third trial is in progress in the discus throw arena for Group A men. Well, as far as discus throw, in the last edition of this National Open Athletic Championship at Ranchi in 2019, it was Kirpal Singh of ONGC getting the gold for 58.61 meters. In that meet, Gagandeep Singh of Services secured silver with 54.60 meters, and Harpreet Singh of Punjab secured bronze for 53.21 meters. In the Interstate Athletics Championship held at Patiala this year, June, it was Kirpal Singh of Punjab with 58.90 meters for the gold, Harpreet Singh of Punjab with 57.73 meters for the silver, and Gagandeep Singh of Punjab with 56.33 meters for bronze. And in the Federation Cup held this year at Patiala during March, it was Kirpal Singh of Punjab who secured gold with 59.04 meters, while Wazir of Haryana secured 56.40 meters, and Abhinav of Haryana secured 55.79 meters for bronze. And as far as this competition is concerned, Abhinav, the bronze medal winner of the last Federation Cup, is taking part in this championship with bib number 215. Harpreet Singh, the silver medal winner of the last interstate and bronze medal winner of the last National Open Athletic Championship, is taking part in this championship with 140, bib number 140. Kirpal Singh, the gold medal winner in all the three interstate last edition of this National Open Athletics Championship and Federation Cup as well, is taking part in this championship with bib number 340, representing ONGC Sports Board. And once again, for the benefit of the viewers, the 35 kilometers race walk final for men scheduled for 6 a.m. this morning, and 35-kilometer race walk final for women scheduled for 6:10 a.m. this morning is happening outside the stadium. The discus throw qualifying round for Group A men is in progress. Having completed three trials, they are making out the seedings for the further throws. And in a very short time, we will be taking up the 100-meter hurdles for heptathelin athletes.
ये ना बात हत्या में पता ही नहीं कौन कौन इस्तेमाल कर रहा है हमारी चीजें।
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the start point of 100-meter hurdles to take up the event for heptathlon athletes. We have two heats to go with five each in the heat. Totally 10 athletes are taking part in the event heptathlon. To start with, we will be having 100-meter hurdles. For the first heat of 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon athletes, we have Sonu Kumari of Haryana, Akshata of Karnataka, Soumya Murugan of Railways, Rimpi Dabas of Delhi, and Maria Thomas of Kerala. As far as the second heat is concerned, it will be Ritu of Punjab, Tanu of Haryana, Helen Saji of Kerala, Kajal of Haryana, and Madhu of Railways. As far as the results of the heptathlon in the last edition of the National Open Athletic Championship is concerned, Young Saumya happens to be the gold medal winner for having secured 5,450 points. Marina George of Kerala happens to be the silver medal winner for having secured 5,227 points. And Lixie Joseph of Railways happens to be the bronze medal winner with 4,809 points. M. Soumya, the gold medal winner of the last edition of this championship, is taking part in this race in lane number 5 with bib number 415, representing Railways. And as far as the second heat, Kajal can be found in lane number 6 with bib number 188, who happens to be the silver medal winner in the last Interstate Athletics Championship held at Patiala during June this year. She secured 4,740 points to secure the silver medal. Madhu, who is on lane number 7 with bib number 390, representing Railways, happens to be the bronze medal winner in the last interstate for having secured 4,357 points. So these are the medalists. Those are appearing for this championship as far as the event heptathlon is concerned. And as we'll be taking up two heats of 100-meter hurdles in a very short time from now, following that, we have discussed through qualifying round for Group B men, and after that, it will be high jump for heptathlon athletes. For the heptathlon athletes, which is going to be the first event, Mari of Haryana, Akshata of Karnataka, Soumya Murugan of Railways, Rimpi Dabas of Delhi, and Maria Thomas of Kerala. They are the athletes, those are going to take up the first heat. Five of the athletes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take you over to the start line of 100-meter hurdles to present you the women heptathlon athletes. In lane number 3, bib number 211, Sonu Kumari of Haryana. She happens to be the gold medal winner of the last interstate. In lane number 4, 244, Akshata of Karnataka. In lane number 5, 415, Soumya Murugan of Railways. Soumya Murugan happens to be the gold medal winner of the last edition of this championship. In lane number 6, Rimpi Dabas with bib number 166 representing Delhi. In lane number 7, Maria Thomas with bib number 283 representing Kerala. Well, that is the lineup with Sonu Kumari of Haryana, the gold medal winner of the last interstate in lane number 3, and Soumya Murugan of Railways in lane number 5, who happens to be the gold medal winner in the last edition of the National Open Athletics Championship held at Ranchi in 2019. Soumya Murugan secured 5,450 points to win that gold, while Sonu Kumari had secured 5,004 points to win that gold in interstate. Sonu Kumari of Haryana, Akshata of Karnataka, Soumya Murugan of Railways, Rimpi Dabas of Delhi, and Maria Thomas of Kerala. These five athletes are figuring up in the first heat of 100-meter hurdles as far as the heptathlon event is concerned. And as far as the last edition of this championship, the silver medal winner Marina George of Kerala, who secured 5,227 points, and Lixie Joseph of Railways, who secured 4,809 points, are not available for this championship. And they are the athletes, those are getting ready to get the start of 100-meter hurdles for their heptathlon. The hot cakes which have to be watched over lanes are lane number 3 Sonu Kumari of Haryana and Soumya Murugan on lane number 5. They're getting ready for the start of 100-meter hurdles, which happens to be the first event for the heptathlon athletes. Well, that was the start of the 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon athletes. Is, as you could see, 244 is in front. 244 Akshata of Karnataka finishing on top, leaving Soumya Murugan of Railways to the second spot. Ladies and gentlemen, the results were being announced right at the finish of the race, or as what it appears to be from this point. Anyhow, we'll have to wait for the official results. And that is the replay for you. And this is the point where you could witness Akshata of Karnataka is getting the lead and moving in front of all the athletes. And Soumya Murugan from lane number 5 is trying to catch up her. That's again. Akshata finishes on top with 14.74 for the first place. Soumya Murugan finishing with 15.05 to get the second place. Rimpi Dabas getting the third place with 15.12 seconds. Sonu Kumari of Haryana getting the fourth place with 15.14 seconds. And Maria Thomas of Kerala finishing for the fifth place with 15.64 seconds. So as far as this is concerned, Akshata of Karnataka finished on top with 14.74, Soumya Murugan of Railways with 15.05 seconds, Rimpi Dabas for the third place with 15.12 seconds representing Delhi, and for the fourth place it is Sonu Kumari of Haryana with 15.14 seconds, and for the fifth it is Maria Thomas of Kerala with 15.64 seconds. With that got over, we have one more heat to go, in which also 5 of the athletes will be taking part. Ritu of Punjab, Tanu of Haryana, Helen Saji of Kerala, Kajal of Haryana, Madhu of Railways. And among these athletes, we'll have to make a mention of Kajal and Madhu as well. Kajal, who is in lane number 6 with bib number 188 representing Haryana, happens to be the silver medal winner of the Interstate Athletics Championship held at Patiala, June this year. She secured 4,940 points, while Madhu, who happens to be in lane number 7 in this competition with bib number 390, happens to be the bronze medal winner who had secured 4,357 points. Madhu of Haryana is representing railways in this Open Nationals, and Kajal is representing for Haryana. They are in the 6th and 7th lane. They happens to be the medalist of the past 3 national events who are available in this heat number 2. Well, with the first heat having witnessed 14.74 seconds and the second place winner 15.05 seconds, we'll have to wait and see whether this is going to be the faster heat when compared to first, or this is going to be the slower. Ritu representing Punjab will be from lane number 3 with bib number 342. Tanu representing Haryana will be in lane number 4 with bib number 202. Helen Saji representing Kerala will be in lane number 5 with bib number 281. Kajal representing Haryana will be in lane number 6 with bib number 188. Madhu representing Railways will be in lane number 7 with bib number 390. And as we are about to take up the second heat of 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon athletes, the event which will be following in this morning session are discus throw, qualifying round Group B for men, and thereafter at 9:15 a.m. it will be high jump for heptathlon athletes, and that will be the second event for the heptathlon athletes after this 100-meter hurdles gets over. And our evening session will start right at 3 p.m. with 800 meters round 1 for men competitors. At 3:15 it will be shot put for heptathlon athletes. At 3:20 p.m. it will be round 1 for 800 meters women competitors. At 3:30 p.m. it will be high jump final for men. At 4 p.m. it will be 110-meter hurdles final for men. At 4:10 it will be shot put final for men. No, simultaneously doing, no? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take you over to the start line of 100-meter hurdles to present you the heptathlon athletes. In lane number 3, bib number 342, Ritu of Punjab. In lane number 4, 202, Tanu of Haryana. In lane number 5, 281, Helen Saji of Kerala. In lane number 6, 188, Kajal of Haryana, who happens to be the silver medal winner of the last interstate. In lane number 7, 390, Madhu of Railways, who happens to be the bronze medal winner in the last interstate.
Okay, no problem. We'll do it.
With Ritu of Punjab on lane number 3, 342. 202 Tanu on lane number 4, representing Haryana. In lane number 5, it is Helen Saji 281 from Kerala. In lane number 6, 188 Kajal of Haryana. In lane number 7, 390 Madhu of Railways. In the first heat of 100-meter hurdles, Akshata of Karnataka had clocked 14.74 seconds to top the heats, leaving Soumya Murugan of Railways for the second spot with 15.05 seconds. And this race will have to tell us which happens to be the faster one, whether the previous one or the current one. And that is the second heat of 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon athletes. And that is the aerial view of the start point of 100-meter hurdles. Ritu of Punjab, Tanu of Haryana, Helen Saji of Kerala, Kajal of Haryana, and Madhu of Railways are the five contestants for this Heat 2 of 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon. And again, the race was not started. Ritu in lane number 3 from Punjab, Tanu in lane number 4 from Haryana, Helen Saji in lane number 5 from Kerala, Kajal in lane number 6 from Haryana, Madhu in lane number 7 from Railways. That was the start of the second heat of 100-meter hurdles for heptathlon athletes. And as you could see, and that happens to be 188 Kajal of Haryana to finish for the first place as far as this race is concerned. And that is the second heat being played again. You could see Kajal moving in front from lane number 6. having Tanu of Haryana and Madhu of Railways so closer. Kaju finishing on top with a timing of 15.48 seconds. Madhu finishing for the second place with a timing of 15.62 seconds. Tanu finishing for the third place with a timing of 15.68 seconds. Helen Saji finishing for the fourth place with a timing of 16.22 seconds, while Ritu finished for the fifth place with a timing of 17.86 seconds. And as far as both the heats are concerned, relatively the second one happens to be a very slower one. The first one got the best timing of 14.74 seconds by Akshita of Karnataka. And the second place, Soumya Murugan, was also able to clock 15.05. The third place from heat number 1, Rimpi Dabas of Delhi, was able to clock 15.12. The fourth place, Sonu Kumari of Haryana from first heat, happens to be at 15.14 seconds. And only after that, the first place winner of the second heat, that is Kajal, is coming up with 15.48 seconds. So as far as these two heats are concerned, when consolidated, the top four performers are from heat 1, and then comes the second heat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we take you over to the discus throw arena, there we could witness Karan Singh of Railways, who is about to take up his trial throws. Those are all only warming up throws. For Group B men in discus throw, we have 649 Deepak Yadav representing Uttar Pradesh, 141 Jagtar Singh representing All India Police, 436 Mitra Varun representing Railways, 507 Wazir representing Services, Deepak Dhariwal with bib number 224 representing Haryana, 534 Praveen Kumar representing Services, 471 Karan Singh representing Railways, 496 Banu Sharma representing Rajasthan. And they are the athletes, those are going to take up their qualifying round from Group B for the even discus throw. The national record for discus throw stands in the name of Vikas Gowda for a performance of 66.28 meters created in 2012. And the meet record stands in the name of Anil Kumar with 60.07 meters created in 2003. And as far as the discus throw in the men's section is concerned, we had already had Group A qualifying round, and now we are about to take up Group B qualifying round. Wazir of Haryana is figuring in Group B qualifying round with bib number 507. Wazir is representing Services in this championship, and who happens to be the silver medal winner in the last Federation Cup held at Patiala during March this year. And as far as the medal winners of the last nationals, the last edition of this championship, Interstate and Federation Cup are concerned, it is only Wazir who is taking part in this Group B qualifying round. And discus throw. In the last edition of this championship, Kirpal Singh of ONGC happens to be the gold medal winner for a performance of 58.61 meters. Gagandeep Singh of Services secured silver for 54.60 meters, and Harpreet Singh of Punjab secured 53.21 meters in the last edition of this championship. And in the last edition of Interstate Athletics Championship held at Patiala during June this year, Kirpal Singh happens to be the gold medal winner for 58.90 meters. Harpreet Singh of Punjab happens to be the silver medal winner for 57.73 meters. And Gagandeep Singh happens to be the bronze medal winner for 56.33 meters. The last Federation Cup saw Kripal Singh as a gold medal winner for having performed 59.04 meters, Nazir as silver medal winner representing Haryana for 56.40 meters, and that happens to be bib number 649 who is taking his trial throw. And Abhinav was the bronze medal winner in the last Federation Cup for a performance of 55.79 meters. 8 of these athletes are taking part in Group B qualifying round for the event discus throw in the men's section. And as the athletes are taking up their warm-up throws, we would like to keep you reminded of the remaining events for the day. As the discus throw qualifying round for Group B men is about to be started, we have only one more event to go for the morning session, which will be high jump for heptathelin athletes and will be taken up right at 9:15 a.m. And our afternoon session starts right at 3 p.m. with 800 meters round 1 for men competitors. At 3:15 it will be shot put for heptathelin athletes. At 3:20 p.m. today it will be 800 meters round 1 for women competitors. At 3:30 p.m. we'll be witnessing the final of high jump for men. At 4 p.m. today, it will be the 110-meter hurdles for men competitors, which will be final. At 4:10 p.m. today, it will be shot put final for men competitors. At 4:15 p.m. today, it will be 100-meter hurdles final for women. At 4:20 p.m., it will be long jump final for women. At 4:40 p.m., we'll be taking up 200 meters for heptathelin athletes. At 5 p.m. today, it will be the final of 3000 meter steeplechase for women. At 5:20 p.m., the final of 3000 meter steeplechase for men. And today's last event will be taken up at 5:40 p.m., which will be the final of 4 times 400 meters mixed relay. And this is the schedule for day 3. And as far as today's events are concerned, we will be witnessing 2 finals. Of course, the 35-kilometer race walk for men and women as well are happening outside this stadium. Those are the 2 finals for this morning session. And in the afternoon session, we will be witnessing 8 finals. The finals are high jump men, 110-meter hurdles men, shot put men, 100-meter hurdles women, long jump women, 3000-meter steeplechase women, 3000-meter steeplechase men, and 4 times 400 meters mixed relay. These are the 8 finals we'll be witnessing in the afternoon session of today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the discus throw arena to take up the qualifying round for Group B men competitors. For this Group B qualifying round, we have 649 Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 141 Jagtar Singh of All India Police, 436 Mitra Varun of Railways, 507 Wazir of Services. Wazir happens to be the silver medal winner representing Haryana in the last Federation Cup held at Patiala during March this year with a performance of 56.40 meters. 224 Deepak Dariwal of Haryana, 534 Praveen Kumar of Services, 471 Karan Singh of Railways, 496 Banu Sharma of Rajasthan. And as far as the national record for discus throw is concerned, it is in the name of Vikas Gowda with 66.28 meters created in 2012 and meet record in the name of Anil Kumar with 60.07 meters created in 2003. Well, viewers, we are taking up the first throw, that is 649 Deepak Yadav representing Uttar Pradesh is taking his first trial. That happens to be a throw beyond the 50 meters. Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh made a performance of 50.79 meters in his first throw. And that is going to be 141 Jagtar Singh of All India Police. Jagtar Singh of All India Police is very much in the ring, taking up his first trial. That happens to be a very short throw. Jagtar Singh of All India Police and it appears to be 41.75 in the first throw. And next it is 436 Mitra Varun of Railways. Mitra Varun of Railways had his first trial, and that happens to be 47.48 meters for Mitra Varun in his first trial. Next it is going to be 507 Wazir of Services, who happens to be the silver medal winner of the last Federation Cup. And that was a throw by Wazir representing Services. That is 48.87 meters for Wazir of Haryana in his first trial. And next it is going to be 224 Deepak Dhariwal of Haryana. That happens to be a throw which is little less than 50, could be around 49 somewhere. Deepak Dhariwal of Haryana. Praveen Kumar of Services is about to take up his trial. That happens to be a throw below 50 meters. Praveen Kumar of Services had his first trial, and 471. Karan Singh of Railways will be taking up his turn. Ask the cameraman to focus that to remain for some time. And there is going to be bib number 471, Karan Singh of Railways. He'll be taking his first trial. .40 meters is the performance by Karan Singh of Railways. And it is going to be 496 Banu Sharma of Rajasthan to take his first trial, and that is going to be the last person for the first trial. He'll be the last person, Banu Sharma of Rajasthan, for the first trial. That is Banu Sharma of Rajasthan. Could be a throw somewhere around 50 meters. It could be a little above 50. .62 meters being performed by Banu Sharma of Rajasthan in his first trial. And as far as the first trial, 50.79, 41.75, 47.48, 48.87, 51.40, 50.62 are the ratings. And that is going to be 649 Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh to take his second trial. He had scored 50.79 meters in his first. And this could be That happened to be a foul throw. That almost reached a distance of 53 or 54 meters, but that happened to be a foul. It will be the turn of 141, Jawaharlal Singh of All India Police, to take his second trial. That happens to be a throw little above 50 meters. 50 plus happens to be the throw. The second trial is in progress. 50.34 meters. 50.34 meters being performed by Jawaharlal Singh of All India Police. He had made a mark of 41.75 in his first trial, and that is going to be 436 Mitra Varun of Railways to take his second trial. And that happens to be somewhere around 49 plus. In the first row, Mitra Varun of Railways registered a distance of 47.48 meters. This is also sub 50. Mitra Varun had scored 47.56. From 47.48 meters, he had improved to 47.56, representing Railways. And the next athlete who will be taking his turn will be Wazir of Services. And Wazir happens to be the silver medal winner of the last edition of the Federation Cup, which had taken place at Patiala in March this year. And that's going to be Wazir. The second trial is happening in the qualifying round for Group B men competitors, and that happens to be a throw of 52.59. 52.59 for Wazir. From 48.87 meters, he had improved to 52.59 meters. The next competitor to take up the trial is bib number 224, Deepak Dhariwal of Haryana. Deepak Dhariwal of Haryana is on his second one. He had taken up 50.23. 50.23 is a performance by Deepak Dhariwal of Haryana. And it is 534 Praveen Kumar of Services in the ring to take up his second trial. Praveen Kumar of Services had his second trial.
We are scoring very late.
And that one seems to be foul. And it will be Praveen Kumar of Services to take his second trial. Now Praveen Kumar of Services taking up his chance. That is his second trial. That is Praveen Kumar of Services for his second trial. And that one appears to be very much less than 50 meters.
हो जाएगा मैं 4 महीने को निकल
52.03. 52.03 in the second trial for Praveen Kumar of Services. It will be 471 Karan Singh of Railways. He had registered a throw of 51.40 meters in his first throw, and this happens to be the second one for Karan Singh of Railways. That is getting hit at the cage. .471. Karan Singh of Railways is on his second trial. And a hit again at the cage. And that happens to be a throw for Karan Singh of Railways. And it is Banu Sharma with bib number 496 representing Rajasthan is taking a second trial. Should be somewhere around 49. .58 meters being performed by Banu Sharma of Rajasthan in his second trial. From 50.62 in his first trial, he got reduced to 49.58 meters. As two heats, that is two trials got over, the discus throw Group B men athletes are about to take their third trial. To start with, it will be 649 Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh. Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh in action for the third trial. 50.79 meters being the first throw, the second one was foul, and this happens to be the third trial. .49.98 meters being performed by Deepak Yadav of Uttar Pradesh. From 50.79 he got to foul and next throw 49.98 meters. And that is 1 for 1. Jawaharlal Singh of All India Police taking his third trial. For Jawaharlal Singh of All India Police, the first one being at 41.75 meters, he improved to 50.34 meters in the second one, and definitely this cannot be an improvement as this happens to be a very short throw. 51.56, a very marginal improvement. When compared to first and second, it was a vast improvement from 41.75 to 50.34, and now it is only 51.56. And that is Mitra Varun for Railways, who had taken his third trial. As far as Mitra Varun of Railways is concerned, he had scored 47.48 meters in his first throw and got reduced to 47.56 and about to take his third trial, that is Mitra Varun representing Railways. This also happens to be a throw lesser than 50-meter mark. And now it will be the turn of 507 Wazir of Services for the third trial. And it's going to be 2 to 4, Deepak Dariwal of Haryana who will be taking his turn. And that is the third trial for Deepak Dariwal of Haryana. The third throw for Deepak Dariwal happens to be at 49.23 meters. "534 Praveen Kumar of Services is taking up his third trial. The first one being foul, the second throw of Praveen Kumar of Services was at 52.03 meters, and this will be the third one for him. With that being a foul, it will be the turn of 471 Karan Singh of Railways to take his third trial. Karan Singh of Railways is taking up his third trial. And that happens to be a foul for Karan Singh. 51.40 meters performed in the first trial. Second one happened to be foul, and the third as well. It will be Banu Sharma of Rajasthan who will be taking his third trial. That is beyond the 50 meters. Banu Sharma of Rajasthan registered 50.62 meters in his first trial, 49.58 meters in his second one, and this happens to be the third one for Banu Sharma of Rajasthan. That happens to be 50.51 meters. As far as Banu Sharma is concerned, the first throw by him, as it stands at 550.62 meters, that happens to be the best. 50.62 meters, 49.58 meters, and 50.51 meters are the three throws by Banu Sharma of Rajasthan. And there is a 390. We are taking you over to the high jump arena where we could witness the heptathlon athletes taking up their high jump. The height of the crossbar at present is 1.46 meters. And it will be Rimpi Dabas of Delhi to take her trial for the height of 1.46 meters. She had a smooth sailing over the crossbar. She was able to clear 1.46. And the next athlete taking the trial will be Sonu Kumari, representing Haryana for the height of 1.46 meters. She also had a smooth sailing over the crossbar. Sonu Kumari had clocked a timing of 15.14 seconds in 100-meter hurdles to finish for the fourth place in her heat. And that is going to be 415 Soumya Murugan, who happens to be the gold medal winner. She was also able to clear easily, and that is Soumya Murugan of Railways. Soumya Murugan happens to be the gold medal winner of the last edition of this championship. And now it will be the turn of 281 Helen Saji of Kerala. Helen Saji of Kerala moving for 1.46 meters. She had clocked a timing of 16.22 seconds to secure fourth place in her heat. Even though she had a touch of the crossbar, she was successful. Maria Thomas of Kerala with bib number 283 will be taking her trial for 1.46 meters. Maria Thomas of Kerala was so comfortable in clearing that height of 1.46 meters. It's going to be the turn of 342 Ritu of Punjab for the height of 1.46 meters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the high jump arena for heptathlon athletes. 342 was also successful in clearing that height. It will be 244 Akshata of Karnataka to take a turn. She happens to be the top timer in a heat of 100-meter hurdles with 14.74 seconds. She was well above the crossbar. She was so comfortable in that height of 1.46 meters. With almost everyone clearing that height of 1.46 meters, the crossbar at the high jump arena is about to be raised to 1.49. From 1.46, the crossbar raised to 1.49 meters. The second event for the heptathlon athletes is underway. It will be the turn of 244 Akshata of Karnataka to take her trial at the height of 1.49 meters. Akshata clears 1.49 meters in her first attempt. And next it's going to be 188 Kajal of Haryana. And it is 390. Madhu of Railways was successful to clear that height of 1.90 meters. And it will be the turn of 202. Tanu of Haryana to take her turn for this 1.49 meters. She was also successful. It's going to be 166. Rimpi Dabas of Delhi. She had also cleared. Mm.
You need to show it after every player.
No, you need not. This man is putting his camera right in front of that. Oh, this is the same height. At least I can see the chest number. There is a smooth sailing over the crossbar for the height of 1.49 meters by the heptathlon athletes. And that was Helen Saji of Kerala who cleared that height, who is about to attempt for that height. Helen Saji of Kerala. She was not able to be successful in her first attempt at that height of 1.49 meters. And it is going to be 283. Maria Thomas of Kerala. Maria Thomas of Kerala moving for the clearance of 1.49 meters. And that happens to be a failure for her. 283. Maria Thomas failed in her first attempt of clearing 1.49 meters. And that is going to be the turn of 342. Ritu of Punjab. She had a comfortable sailing over the crossbar. It's going to be 188 to take a chance. 188 Kajal of Haryana. Kajal of Haryana was so comfortable in clearing that height of 1.49 meters. Next athlete to take the trial will be 281 Helen Saji of Kerala. Helen Saji of Kerala, moving for 1.49 meters. She had a smooth sailing over the crossbar. It will be the turn of 283, Maria Thomas of Kerala. That is Maria Thomas of Kerala moving in for 1.49 meters. She had a smooth sailing over the crossbar and she was able to clear comfortably. As the crossbar remains at 1.49 meters, we do have athletes to clear that height. We got raised to 1.52 meters. The crossbar at the high jump arena at present is 1.52. The correctness of the height is being ensured by the technical delegate. The height of the crossbar at present at the high jump arena for the heptathlon athletes is at 1.52 meters, and that is going to be the turn of 244, Akshata of Karnataka. Akshata of Karnataka happens to be the top timer as far as the first heat of 100-meter hurdles is concerned. She had clocked a timing of 14.74 seconds in 100-meter hurdles, and now she is moving for 2.44 meters, wherein she failed in her first attempt. It will be 188, Kajal of Haryana to take her turn for 1.52 meters. Kajal of Haryana moving on. Even before climbing, she had a hit of the crossbar, and that makes her to fail. It's going to be 390 who will be taking her turn. 390 Madhu of Railways. She was so comfortable moving over the hurdle. She was able to clear in the first attempt itself 1.52 being the height. It will be the turn of 202 Tanu of Haryana. Tanu of Haryana moves on for 1.52 meters. Even though it was about to get settled after being disturbed, it fell down and make her to fail in her first attempt. It's going to be 166. Rimpi the bars of Delhi. She had a smooth cross over the bar. Rimpi the bars of Delhi had cleared. And the next athlete to take up the turn is 211 Sonu Kumari of Haryana. Sonu Kumari moves on for 1.52 meters. She was also very successful in clearing that height. 415 Soumya Murugan of Railways. She was not able to clear that height, and she happens to be the gold medal winner for the event heptathlon in the last edition of this championship. (281) Helen Saji of Kerala will be taking her turn. Helen Saji moves on, fails at 1.52 meters. 283. Maria Thomas of Kerala will be taking her turn. Maria Thomas of Kerala moving on. She was also unsuccessful in that height. It will be 342. Ritu of Punjab. Ritu of Punjab also failed in that height of 1.52 meters. (244) will be taking her second chance. That is Akshata of Karnataka going on for her second chance. Even though she disturbed the hurdle, the crossbar, she was successful in clearing that height of 1.52 meters. It will be 188. Kajal of Haryana to take up a second chance to clear that height of 1.52 meters. Kajal of Haryana is successful in clearing that height in her second attempt.
Have the beers here.
202 will be having her second chance. That is Tanu of Haryana. Having failed in her first attempt, she is moving on for her second one. That is Tanu of Haryana. She was successful in clearing that height of 1.52 meters. It will be the turn of 415 Soumya Murugan of Railways to take her second attempt. Soumya Murugan of Railways moves on. Yes, she had cleared that height. It will be Helen Saji of Kerala who will be taking her second attempt. Helen Saji of Kerala moving on for the clearance of 1.52 meters. She is unsuccessful. It will be the turn of Maria Thomas of Kerala to go for the second attempt. Maria Thomas of Kerala moves on. As it appeared that she was clearing, she had a touch of the crossbar and failed at that height. It'll be Ritu of Punjab to take her second attempt with bib number 342. She was also unsuccessful at that height. Helen Saji of Kerala is about to take a third attempt at the height of 1.52 meters. That is Helen Saji of Kerala moving for 1.52 meters. She is unsuccessful at that height. It will be the turn of 283, Maria Thomas of Kerala. Maria Thomas of Kerala failed at 1.52 meters. Ritu of Punjab with bib number 342. That happens to be third attempt for her. Ritu also fails. From the height of 1.52 meters, the crossbar at the high jump arena is being raised to 1.55 meters. And as far as the weather condition here at Warangal for the third day in the morning, it is very windy. As the high jump event is going on, the athletes will have to adjust themselves accordingly. The crossbar at the high jump arena is being shifted to 1.55 meters from the height of 1.52. It will be Akshata of Karnataka taking her trial for 1.455 meters. 1.55 meters, Akshata of Karnataka. She is unsuccessful at the height of 1.55 meters. It will be the turn of 188. Kajal of Haryana. Kajal of Haryana secured the first place as far as the 100-meter hurdles is concerned in a heat. She had clocked a timing of 15.48 seconds in 100-meter hurdles. Kajal of Haryana is moving on for 1.55. She too is unsuccessful in that height. It will be Madhu of Railways with bib number 390. Madhu of Railways happened to be the second place finisher for 100-meter hurdles in our heat with a timing of 15.62 seconds. Madhu moves on. She had a clear sailing all over. So far, Madhu of Railways was able to clear all the heights in her first attempt itself. It will be 202 Tanu of Haryana, who happens to be the third place achiever in her heat with a timing of 15.68 seconds in hurdles, was able to clear this height in her first attempt itself, whereas the previous attempt she had previous height of 1.52 meters, she had two trials. It will be the turn of 166. Rimpi Dabas of Delhi. She failed at the height of 1.55 meters. Till the previous height, Rimpi Dabas was able to clear in a very first attempt. It will be Sonu Kumari of Haryana with bib number 211. Sonu Kumari of Haryana able to clear in the first attempt. So far, she is clearing all the heights in her first attempt itself. And that is going to be 415 Soumya Murugan of Railways. She is successful to clear that height in her first attempt itself. Whereas in the previous height, she had taken two attempts. Akshata of Karnataka coming in for the second attempt. Unsuccessful in her second attempt too. That is Kajal of Haryana moving for the second attempt at the height of 1.55 meters. She is successful even though she disturbed the crossbar. That is Rimpi Dabas of Delhi with bib number 166. Rimpi Dabas of Delhi was not able to clear that height in a second attempt. It will be the turn of Akshata of Karnataka to move in for her third attempt. The height of the crossbar at present is 1.55 meters. Akshata of Karnataka is unsuccessful at this height of 1.55 meters, and she happens to be the top timer in the whole of the 100-meter hurdles with a timing of 14.74 seconds. 166 Rimpi Dabas of Delhi will have to take her third attempt. Rimpi Dabas had clocked a timing of 15.12 seconds to secure the third best timing among the heats of 100-meter hurdles. There was not much of climb, which made her to fail. And now it's time for us to raise the height of the crossbar. I hope it will be raised to 1.58 meters from 1.55. For the height of 1.58 meters, we have Kajal of Haryana to take up. Kajal of Haryana is unsuccessful in her first attempt. It will be Madhu of Railways with bib number 390. Madhu of Railways was able to clear in her first attempt, and so far Madhu of Railways had been clearing all the heights in her first attempt itself. Tanu of Haryana 202 will be taking her turn for 1.58 meters. Tanu of Haryana was successful in clearing that height, and Tanu of Haryana so far had two attempts only at the height of 1.52 meters. It will be the turn of 211, Sonu Kumari of Haryana. Sonu Kumari of Haryana had clocked a timing of 15.14 seconds for finishing for the top fourth position as far as 100-meter hurdles in the heptathlon event is concerned. She was successful in clearing that height in the first attempt itself. Sonu Kumari is another athlete who had been clearing all the heights in her first attempt. Now it is the turn of 415. Soumya Murugan of Railways was unsuccessful in clearing that height. One double eight, Kajal of Haryana. Kajal of Haryana is coming for the second attempt. She fails in that height. Soumya Murugan of Railways is about to take a second attempt for the height of 1.58 meters. That is Soumya Murugan of Railways moving in for the second one. She was able to be successful in her second attempt. And that is Soumya Murugan of Railways who had cleared in her second attempt. The height of the crossbar at present is 1.58 meters at the high jump arena for the heptathlon athletes. It will be Kajal of Haryana to take her third attempt for the height of 1.58 meters. She moves on for the third attempt. Kajal of Haryana is successful in clearing the height of 1.58 meters. That happens to be the third attempt for this height. And I do hope the height of the crossbar is about to be raised. Yes, it is being raised to 1.61 meters from the height of 1.58 meters. The present height of the crossbar at the high jump arena for the heptathlon athletes is at 1.61 meters. Kajal of Haryana is about to take a turn. The height of the crossbar at the high jump arena for heptathlon athletes being 1.61 meters. And that is going to be Kajal with bib number 188 who will be taking her turn. Kajal representing Haryana. Kajal on the move. She had disturbed the crossbar and got failed at that height. It will be the turn of Madhu of Railways. Madhu of Railways moves on. And that happened to be a failure for her all along. Till the previous height, she had been clearing in her very first attempt itself. And this happens to be the first failure for her in this high jump. It's the turn of Tanu of Haryana with bib number 202. Even though she disturbed the crossbar, she was successful in clearing that height of 1.61 meters. And that will be the turn of Sonu Kumari of Haryana. Sonu Kumari of Haryana is successful in clearing that height in her first attempt. All along, she had been clearing the heights in her first attempt. That is Soumya Murugan of Railways, moving in for 1.61 meters. Unsuccessful in clearing that height. That is Kajal of Haryana moving in for the second attempt at the height of 1.61 meters. She moves on. As she climbed over, she disturbed the crossbar and got failed in a second attempt. It will be Madhu of Railways. Till the previous height, she had been clearing in a very first attempt, and this is the very first time she is moving on for the second attempt. Here too, while climbing itself, as she slightly touched the crossbar, she got failed. It's going to be the turn of Soumya Murugan of Railways. This is going to be her second attempt. Soumya Murugan happens to be the gold medal winner of the last edition of this championship. She was unsuccessful in her second attempt, and as far as her 100-meter hurdles is concerned, she was able to finish for the second place not only in her heat, in the whole of the two heats. She clocked the second best timing with a 15.05 seconds. Kajal of Haryana moving in for the third attempt at the height of 1.61 meters. Kajal of Haryana on third attempt. Oh, she is unsuccessful at this height. And it is the turn of Madhu of Railways for the third attempt. Till the previous height, she had been clearing all the heights in her very first attempt, and this is the first time she is moving on for attempts. That is the third attempt for Madhu of Railways. That made her to fail at this height of 1.61 meters. Soumya Murugan of Railways is about to take up her third attempt for this height of 1.61 meters. She is successful, even though she had a slight touch over the crossbar. She was able to be successful at this height of 1.61 meters. I hope it's the time for them to change, raise the height of the crossbar. Three of the athletes had cleared the height of 1.61 meters. That is Tanu of Haryana, Sonu Kumari, also from Haryana, and Soumya Murugan of Railways. Those are the three athletes who had cleared the height of 1.61 meters. This happens to be the last event for the morning session of the third day's 60th National Open Athletic Championships 2021, being organized at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Hanamkonda, Warangal. And at this juncture, I would like to keep reminded of the afternoon schedule, which will begin right at 3 p.m. with 800 meters for men, which will be round 1. At 3:15, it will be shot put for heptathlon athletes. At 3:20, 800 meters round 1 for women. At 3:30, it will be final of high jump for men. At 4 p.m., it will be final of 110-meter hurdles for men. At 4:10, it will be shot put final for men competitors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the height being raised to 1.64 meters at the high jump arena for heptathlon athletes. It is Tanu of Haryana moving on for her trial. She is unsuccessful at that height of 1.64 meters. Sonu Kumari of Haryana will be taking her trial for the height of 1.64 meters. Sonu Kumari of Haryana not to be successful in her first attempt. Till the last height, Sonu Kumari of Haryana was able to clear in the very first attempt, and that happens to be Soumya Murugan of Railways. Soumya Murugan also failed as she climbed over. She just landed over the crossbar, which made her to fail. That is Tanu of Haryana moving in for her second attempt. Almost after sailing over the hurdle, as she had a slight touch, she was fortunate enough to be successful in that height of 1.64 meters. And now it will be the turn of Sonu Kumari of Haryana, who has been successful in her very first attempt till the last height of 1.61 meters. And this is going to be her second trial. Sonu Kumari of Haryana moves in. There is a good jump by her, even though with a slight touch, the crossbar remained silent to make her successful. Soumya Murugan of Railways. As she was climbing above, she had a touch of the crossbar and that made her to fail. The other two athletes, Tanu of Haryana and Sonu Kumari of Haryana, as well cleared the height of 1.64 meters, and it is Soumya Murugan of Railways who will have to attempt to. Soumya Murugan of Railways happened to be the second best timer as far as the concluded 100-meter hurdles for their heptathlon. She had clocked a timing of 15.05 seconds. On the whole, that happens to be the second best timing among the two heats, and she happens to be the gold medal winner of the last edition of this championship by securing 5,450 points. Soumya Murugan of Railways moving in as she climbed over. She was not able to go over the crossbar and she was unsuccessful at that height. Two of the athletes remain to continue the competition. Tanu of Haryana and Sonu Kumari, also from Haryana. And as the crossbar is being raised, let me continue with the schedule for the afternoon session. As the afternoon session starts at 3 p.m., it will get over by 5:40 p.m. with 4 times 100 meters mixed relay final, and that will be the last event for third day. We have as many as 8 finals for the afternoon session of third. The finals for this afternoon session are high jump men, 110-meter hurdles men, shot put men, 100-meter hurdles women, long jump women, 3000 meter steeplechase women, 3000 meter steeplechase men, 4 times 400 meters mixed relay. These are the 8 finals we'll be witnessing in the afternoon session, and that is going to be Tanu of Haryana to take a turn for 1.67 meters. She disturbed the crossbar and unsuccessful at that height of 1.67 meters. It's going to be Sonu Kumari of Haryana to take her turn at the height of 1.67 meters. That is Sonu Kumari of Haryana moving in for the height of 1.67 meters. Not able to be successful at this height. Two of the athletes remain in the competition, Tanu of Haryana and Sonu Kumari also from Haryana. Tanu moves in for her second attempt till the height of 1.61 meters. Tanu of Haryana was able to clear in his in a very first trial. Tanu of Haryana moves in for the second attempt at the height of 1.67 meters. Here too, she failed. It is now for Sonu Kumari of Haryana to take up her second attempt. Sonu Kumari of Haryana she was also successful in clearing all the heights till 1.61 meters in her very first attempt. In that height, she failed for the second time. with Tanu of Haryana and Sonu Kumari of Haryana both having failed in 2 attempts. They are about to take their third attempt. Tanu of Haryana moving in for the third attempt at the height of 1.67 meters. Oh, she was unsuccessful. She was so hurry in leaving that pit, but before that, the crossbar fell down. And there is Sonu Kumari of Haryana taking her third attempt for the height of 1.67 meters. Sonu Kumari, who holds the fourth timing for 100-meter hurdles with a timing of 15.14 seconds, is now in a third attempt for the height of 1.67 meters. She was unsuccessful at that height of 1.67 meters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are coming to the close of the morning session events of the 60th National Open Athletic Championships 2021 being organized by Telangana Athletics Association under the auspices of Athletics Federation of India. To follow this 60th National Open Athletics Championships on social media, Twitter, Athletics Federation of India, Facebook, AFI India Official, Instagram, AFI India underscore official, and live streaming in YouTube, Athletics Federation of India. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our afternoon schedule for today will begin right at 3 p.m. and it is AL Muthu signing off